I was really just stunned because I'm a part of a sorority here on campus, and I feel like it's never hurt me. It's only helped me get more involved, and it brings you up and makes you more involved and kind of because you get involved in community service and helping others. So I don't understand why people should be punished for being a part of something like that.
I think it's a little ridiculous, especially from like Harvard's point of view. I feel like not so much for men in a sense, but I feel like women kind of like deserve their own place to go, especially in like a sorority environment. I feel like they really like build each other up, and it helps like provide growth in like in the professional environment where we want to see more women. And I feel like it's almost taking away opportunities. Instead, you're putting everyone back together, and you're excluding them in a sense as well, because you're excluding the fact that they can do what they want.
Organizations.
My reaction to Harvard punishing students in single-sex organizations was kind of a little bit like shocked at first. I definitely would have expected this from a college, mainly like more in the South. I didn't really realize that Harvard has a lot of people in like Greek life, so it kind of is surprising just due to the fact that it's an institution, it's a well-known institution, it's Harvard, and just like the regulation itself is kind of messed up if you really think about it.
My reaction to Harvard punishing single-sex organizations at first, I didn't really know like what it meant, and then I started realizing that meant like sororities and other Greek life, and that I don't think it's really cool. Like, getting rid of a sorority on campus is just a way to make women have no safe place to go, no support system, no sisterhood, and I don't think it's really fair of Harvard to take that away from the girls who like really love their sisters there.
Against Harvard's requirement.
So has your chapter taken any action in light of the...
Recently, since that came out, Panhellenic, which runs all the sororities on campus, has social media posts that everyone's been posting that says stand up against Harvard or something like that, to show that we're against them not allowing them to have leadership positions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Against, yeah, everyone's like standing with the organizations who are fighting back, so.
Oh, definitely not. I don't agree with Harvard's role in banning single-sex organizations on their campus.
And has your Hofstra chapter taken any action in light of Harvard's rule and punishments?
My Hofstra chapter has taken action on Harvard's decision, so we've been in support of the organizations on Harvard's campus who have decided to step down or have continued to fight their good fight, essentially. So we've been like sharing the hashtag, giving reasons why like single-sex organizations should be able to exist at campuses and things like that.
We're a local organization, so at first we really didn't know how to feel, how to react, because we were thinking, well, like a local organization might not be affected by this, and then we found out that they would have been, and even though Harvard doesn't have any local sororities, we still tried to share the hashtag and support the girls who are being affected by this, because it's not cool.
I'm not concerned because it seems that that's not really happening on this campus, but I think that it's definitely something that could happen, and it is kind of concerning because I'm a part of a sorority but also hold leadership positions in my other clubs, and I don't understand why I shouldn't be allowed to do that because I choose to do both.
I'm not very concerned about Hofstra implementing it. I think it'd be a really drastic change, and I know Hofstra is a more progressive school, but I don't think that they're willing to go that extra mile. I mean, Harvard, I can't wait to say that. Harvard is an exception, I guess. I mean, they're trying to be the forefront of it, and I think they're really getting a bunch of like backfire from it. So
I'm definitely not concerned with Hofstra following suit, and that's just mainly because I think well, in recent year, well, maybe in recent years, not so much. They haven't been that supportive, but I definitely don't think they have what it takes to make a big of a statement as Harvard.
I'm not concerned about Hofstra following suit. I think if Hofstra attempted something like this, the Greek community here is much stronger than it is at Harvard, and I think that they would be losing pretty much every leader position has at least somebody in Greek life, like orientation leaders, all of the people who work in OSLE, or a lot of them are in Greek life, and a lot of people who work in the student government, like they're in Greek life. They would definitely be losing a lot of positions that are irreplaceable to them.
I don't think we would. I don't really know what we would do, but I think we would definitely protest against it because all of the girls in my sorority are somehow involved in something else and involved in leadership positions, and we don't have fellowships but like internships, and all of us would think that that was kind of unfair.
No, I don't think. I mean, I would be opposed to it, you know, because it's like the national fraternities and sororities already, most of them, like I know for us, we are very inclusive towards people in general. So like if someone's like transgender, they can come out for like the fraternities and sororities. So it's not prohibiting anyone from coming out, and it's not prohibiting people from joining them as well. I know a couple of people who have joined fraternities, and I don't know about sororities, but who are trans, and it's not like it's prohibiting people, but I guess they like look at it as a way that it almost prohibits people's mentality about going into it originally, which I see their point of view. But then again, you need to respect that the students want these spaces to go back to, because it's almost like they're home away from home a lot of times, and it's their group of friends away from home. So it's the community that they've built that they're trying to take away.
I mean, I definitely would like decide to either like step down in the org, or like continue to like fight on why single-sex organizations should be able to exist on campus, things like that, because there are a lot of benefits of being in a single-sex org, or being in just an organization in Greek life.
My org would not follow it. We've already talked about how if this came to Hofstra, we would continue to do what we do on a regular day.
Like I said before, you're allowed to get or you're able to get involved in more community service and just helping the community, and also just you meet a bunch of girls that empower you and kind of help you to get, I guess, like these internships and stuff like that, and help you to have a better career and further yourself in life. So without that, how can you really like grow as a person?
Pretty much it. Like being home away from home, in a sense, and that's what they don't see. They think that it's like about exclusivity and whatnot, and about excluding others. But it's more about like having your group of friends to come back to, like when you're at school, as opposed to being home, which I think is very important. So it's like my fraternity isn't a fraternity of a group of guys because we want to exclude women in any sense, but it's my group of guy friends who, when I'm not at home and I'm at school, it's the people that like I'm closest with. So
I think the importance of having a single-sex organization is mainly due to the fact that a lot of people who gravitate towards those organizations grow a lot from being in them. I definitely know, like, I've seen a lot of like my sisters in my organization have grown just by being in our organization. If you think about it, if you were to take those spaces out for people to go to, then a lot of people wouldn't feel safe in their space. They wouldn't feel comfortable on their campus, because a lot of these people who decide to go this route are going for it for reasons. They have reasonings other than, I don't know what Harvard has like decided why people join single-sex orgs, or I don't know if that's what they were negative things that they were thinking about for the impact. But there's like a lot of positive impacts, I believe, for benefiting in these orgs. A lot of like internship opportunities, a lot of self-love, self-growth. You know, it's about supporting one another, and that's definitely what I see within Hofstra's Greek community. It's not just, oh, my org versus your org. It's like all of us together.
I think the importance of having a single-sex organization like a sorority is it gives girls a safe place to go. Like for me, I've changed so much since I've been in my sorority, Alpha Theta Beta, and I really think that I've become a better person. And I think for a university to take that away from people is extremely unfair.